Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another beauty related video. If you enjoy beauty content, whether it be project panning, eyeshadow looks, how-tos, new makeup, then you're gonna wanna stick around. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And I have quite a few coming soon. So today, first off, if this look looks familiar, that's because I am batch recording because I am trying to make a bunch of videos and put them all out for you guys to enjoy in October, which is my birthday month. For my birthday month, I am trying to hit some goals here on my channel, and if you want to give back to me, the best way you can do that, the best way to support me is to make sure you are subscribed, make sure you have that bell notification on, and watching all the way to the end, and of course, giving me a thumbs up if you like the content you're watching. So today we are talking brands I'd love, absolutely love, to work with. So I'm gonna first do 5 beauty brands and then 5 non-beauty brands, just for some fun. So when I say work with, I mean whether it be just simply PR, which is not just simply, that's still a big deal, but whether it be PR or a sponsorship or a collab, you know, something, just something. These are brands that I want to share more with you, or I want to explore. For whatever reason, I'm gonna share with you my reasons behind them. And there's only one in this that is in order. Everything else has no rhyme or reason to the order of it. And that one is because it is, without a doubt, my favorite eyeshadow brand. So the first brand that I would love to work with on some level is Nomad Cosmetics. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know, I love them. I buy as much of their eyeshadow palettes as I possibly can, and I share them with you. I share multiple looks with you. I love the quality, and I just love, absolutely love the company. From everything I have seen so far, they are a brand that puts people first and puts charity first. Each of their new launches gives back to a different charity related to that palette. And that's something that's so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. And you can look more into that information on their website and by going to their individual palettes and seeing which charities they have given to and which ones they are giving to now. They're also a brand that responds to many, I would say most of the people who comment on their stuff. If you are interacting with them, they are doing their best to interact with you, showing that they see you and you're not just another customer. Now, they are, of course, a business, and of course, they need to make money. So, but I don't get the feeling that them connecting with you is just about their bottom line. In fact, on one of their launches, I had mentioned that I really, really wanted that palette, but I was gonna have to wait because I was in a no-buy. And they responded with something, I don't have the exact wording, but it was basically, don't break your no-buy. We respect that. Do not do that when you have the funds, when you have the money. If this is still speaking to you, we hope you'll come back to us. And that was so beautiful to me because so many companies will be like, well, I mean, you can always use Afterpay. I mean, you can always pay it in different allotments. I mean, like doing little things to help encourage you to buy right then, right now. And I do think that they do offer like Afterpay and stuff, but it's not something that I've ever seen pushed. It's something that is just there, but I've honestly never even seen them talk about it. So they just seem like a company that while they're there to make money, they also really care about the people buying from them. And that is beautiful to see. And yeah, so that mixed with their quality and their amazing packaging, they're just such a great company. And I hope one day to be able to work with them. So just a quick note before we go on, I just want to make sure that this is very, very clear. This video is being made for two purposes. One, and most importantly, for fun. Okay, most importantly for fun. I do not in any way, shape, or form believe that I deserve to be sent anything. I do not believe that I deserve to receive things for free, PR. I do not believe that I deserve handouts for any reason. However, if a company would like to work with me, I do believe I am deserving of the opportunities. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this. But the second part is that in case these brands are looking for new people to work with and they have no idea who I am and they have no idea if I'd want to work with them, well, now they know. I'm just putting it out there. So I hope you guys don't get the vibe of like, she's asking brands to come to her. Like, this is very like, I don't know. I feel weird making this video, but also my purpose is really just for fun. So I hope you guys can enjoy this as just for fun and really get to know the brands that I really, really like and want to work with. Okay, moving on. Number 2 would actually be Glamlite. So Glamlite is not a company that I know very much about. They are not a company I have very much from. I have only recently, like in this last year, end of the year before, I believe, really bought their products. And I still think I only have 3 items from them, and I've only tried 2. I have been shocked by the quality of the items. So many of their launches are adorable. And the reason why I would love to work with them, the reason why I would love to like receive PR or a sponsorship from them is because they launch so much. So much. And I would absolutely love to try out every single thing they put out to give you guys the yay or nay as to whether I think it's worth it or not. But they put out so much that there's no possible way I could do that. So I don't do it. I only buy the things that really, really speak to me and are things that I feel like I'm gonna want to keep in my collection for a very long time. But that's why I want to work with them, is because I have been pleasantly surprised by their quality and cute packaging, but they just put out too much. They just put out too much for me to be able to stay on top of that realistically. So if they sent me some stuff, then I could work with them and I could share more. Number 3 and number 4 are 2 companies I've never tried. So the first one is Typology and the second one is Merit. And I have them on my list for basically the same reasons. And that is that they have been brands that I have been drooling over for years that are not, it's not about any of the eyeshadow stuff, which is what I tend to buy, but just all of the other products. The face care, the skin care, the just, I don't know, they seem both like brands that I could really like, but I don't live near anywhere that sells them, and I hate buying things online. I truly do. Unless I love it already, I don't like to buy it. Like the fact that I finally bought Nomad Cosmetics was a big deal for me. So both of these brands look to be really good brands with better for you ingredients, and they seem to be, I don't know, there's just a vibe about them that I really, really like, and I've just been really interested in both of them. So that's why I want to work with them, because I would love to do something like a full face of Typology or a full face of Merit. But there's no way that I, at this point, at this stage of my channel, will go out and buy a whole full face from a brand that I've never tried anything from. So if we could work together, we can make that happen. But that's just not something that I can do at this stage of life. Number 5 is Essence. Essence is if you aren't familiar with Essence, they are a drugstore brand, and they are like super inexpensive, like ridiculously inexpensive. Like think when e.l.f. first came out, inexpensive. That is what they are. And even through the last few years where everybody was raising their prices have continued to stay stupidly inexpensive. Now, some of their products, I feel like match that price, but some of them have shocked me, absolutely shocked me, and have become favorite products of mine. And I have even done a full face of Essence Beauty before. They are a drugstore brand that I want to try everything from, because even though there are definitely some misses, there are more hits, and they are a brand that I would love to share more about, and I would love to try everything from and help you guys discover them, because I don't want to only share brands that are more expensive, because even though I do prefer more expensive brands because they just tend to have better quality and better packaging and better stuff that I like, I also see the value in super inexpensive options. I also see how sometimes you just don't want to spend a ton of money. And I want to find those products that can fit into every budget. And that is where Essence comes in. And that is why I want to work with them, because I would love to try everything from them. I would love to be part of their new launches, to be able to share again with you guys which ones I think are hits and which ones I think are misses. And that is something that any brand who will ever work with me should know ahead of time, is that I will be honest. I will not be cruel, but I will always be honest. So if I don't like the way something works on me, I will say it just like that. That's not a product for me, and I will share why I think it could be or couldn't be for others. Okay, so those are the 5 beauty brands that I would love to work with. Are they brands that you would like to see me feature more on this channel? Let me know. Maybe they'll see your comments and be like, okay, we'll work with this lady in some way, shape, or form. But the 5 non-beauty brands that I would love to work with, and I have no idea for how exactly this would all work out for this channel, but I also post on Instagram and on another channel. But the 5 non-beauty brands, again, in no order whatsoever, we have Redbull. You weren't expecting that, were you? So my favorite Redbull is Amber and the regular original flavor. But I love trying all of the Redbull drinks. I go through stages where I like to mix them with other ingredients to make new delicious drinks, kind of how like a lot of coffee shops do now. And I would love to do that with Redbull. I would love to maybe make a short or maybe a reel on Instagram and do something like that, trying out one of their next new flavors. I think that would be super, super fun. And here's the thing. Redbull, I have never ever seen work with any content creator that didn't have something to do with, you know, super sportsy, super outdoorsy, super active. I cannot tell you how many people I know who drink it who don't fit those descriptions, and how many people I know that don't drink it because they don't fit that description, and they kind of worry about, you know, the level of caffeine and everything. And while yes, always be aware of your level of caffeine and your level of activity, because you shouldn't have too much caffeine if you're not a very active person. But I think it'd be really cool to see Redbull work with somebody like me who maybe isn't that active and maybe fits a different demographic, like a mom. I think that'd be really cool. And I just really enjoy them, and I would love to just receive a box of Amber. Like, that would be so fun. That would be so, so fun, so cool. The next one is also a drink company. It is Poppi. So Poppi is a brand who I, again, have only seen focusing on a certain demographic, which I understand. You know who your demographic is, but by only focusing on that, they're missing out on so many others. I know plenty of people my age who, when I share with them about Poppi, they're like, oh, okay, maybe I will give it a try. So I think they're just missing out. These brands are just focusing in on one demographic and not really spreading their wings. From Poppi, I love the cola one. It is the best. I am pretty picky, so I don't like all of their stuff, but I really, really like them. And again, it would be so fun to just get a box of Poppi on my porch. Yeah. Next would be Sam's Club. Now, Sam's Club is where I buy the majority of our groceries. I buy all of our paper goods. I buy an okay amount of decor. I buy snacks and I buy books. Like, it would fit into all of my channels, all of my social media spaces, and it would help me pay some bills. I'm constantly posting on my Instagram stories the different things I am making that I buy from Sam's Club, and I think it'd be really cool to have one or a couple of those be sponsored. I think that would be really, really fun. Now, I'm not making these at this point in like with the goal of being sponsored by them. I'm making them more to show people, hey, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that, because sometimes we just need some random inspiration. But I would be lying if I said when I post those sometimes, I'm like, you know, I'm posting this for free. Maybe one day it'll lead to something. The next brand is Target. Oh my goodness, would that be amazing? I used to work for Target, and honestly, if we had stayed in the area we were living in, I would still be working for Target. I love Target as a brand. I love Target corporate as a brand. They are a great company to work for. Of course, every Target runs slightly different because you have different people running it, but the overall company is just one that I love, and I enjoyed working for them so, so much. And if I ever go back to work, depending on the area I'm working in and the size of the Target, I would probably go back to working for them. It was so fun. But that would be something that would work really good for this channel because of all the beauty stuff. It would be something that would work good because of the fashion stuff. I could buy clothes and try that on. There's just so many ways that I could work with Target on this channel, as well as on my Instagram and my other channel, because I also buy a ton of books there and I buy just so many things there. Target is another place that I shop very, very often. So again, it would be really fun to have some type of something to do with them. Then last non-beauty brand I would love to work with is Miss Vickie's. But it'd be very specifically for one thing. I just want large bags of the sea salt and vinegar chips. Is that too much to ask? I cannot find them anywhere. Online, they have, you can buy like all the mini size, like in big boxes, but I don't want that. I want a big bag. Walmart's now carry the big bags, but not of that one. I want to work with them in that I would love for them to please send me a big box of full size sea salt and vinegar chips. This is a plea. It's a pathetic plea, but it's a plea. That's all I want. I will take a photo with them. I will post about them. I just want a full-size bag. Is that too much to ask? Even if I can just find it, even if this video only means that we can find them in stores. Even just being able to find the full-size sea salt and vinegar chips in stores would be amazing. I have looked every time I've traveled outside of my city, I have not found them in stores anywhere. So if they exist, I need them. And if they don't exist, you really need to make them. That is all. that is all. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of a different one, kind of a fun one. I really hope that this didn't give anybody the ick or anything, feeling like I'm begging companies for things, except for the sea salt and vinegar chips. I'm begging you to please put those in stores. But I really hope you see where I'm coming from, and I just wanted to make a fun video. That's ultimately what this was. And if these brands find me, and if these brands are like, oh, she's interested in us, let us do something, I would love it. It would be so fun. But even if they don't, then this served as a way for you to know the brands that I love, and which brands I would recommend to people, and which brands I really want to try out. So hopefully you got some inspiration or some encouragement or some insight into who I am through this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know which of these brands you would love to see me talk about more, which brands I should be talking about and reaching out to, and which brands you want to see me working with. They don't have to be the ones I listed. I love lots of brands. These are I just had to narrow things down. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in a video very, very soon.